All right, we are live. Welcome, welcome. So, today's exercise is a very simple exercise. And what's interesting, sometimes it's the simplest things that keep us from our goals and our dreams because we're too busy wanting it to be more complicated than it is. Because with complexity comes uh, the brain's excuse to say, this is why I'm not going to do it. And so, what I want to share with you is something super, super simple to do. It's super easy, and it might even feel uncomfortable at first. But the more you practice it, the easier it's going to be for you to show up fully for yourself. And so, this exercise comes down to answering three questions. The first question is, what do you want? Get very specific in what it is that you want. The next question is, why do you want it? Like, why do you want this thing that you want? And there's going to be layers to this. It's not necessarily going to be, well, I want it because of one thing. It's, why do you really want this thing? And then the third is, what will you feel when you do get this thing? What's it going to feel like when you get it? And as you go through that process of what do you want, why do you want it, and how will you feel when you get it, it makes doing the steps in between a heck of a lot easier. I remember on my journey, as I'll actually give you two examples, one as a fighter and now as an entrepreneur. So on my fighter's journey, I wanted to fight in the UFC. That was the desire that I had. And why I wanted to do it? Because there's not a lot of people doing it. I wanted to do something that was uniquely challenging and that a lot of people hadn't accomplished. And the feeling that I would have gotten from it would have been absolute pride, feeling accomplished, feeling like I sat out and I did something that not many are going to do. And that feels amazing to me. And so I went through my process, and going through that process helped me do the things that I didn't want to do at certain times. For instance, doing hill sprints, I never looked at hill sprints as, oh, I can't wait to go run these. I don't really like running that much, especially running up a hill where I'm dead ass tired. That's not my term of enjoyment. But I knew what I wanted. I knew what I wanted. I knew why I wanted it, and I knew what I was going to feel when I got there. And the same is true as I'm taking this entrepreneurial journey. I'm in the process of building a course right now. And holy crap, there's different levels to this game. There's good courses, there's bad courses, there's detailed courses, and there's things that are just kind of slapped together and calling it a day. And so as I'm going through the process of building out this course and really putting the details and the foundation on the course, I'm remembering why I'm doing what I'm doing. And so what am I doing? I'm on an entrepreneurial journey to help 1 billion people. Why am I doing it? I know how good it feels to accomplish a dream, and helping others accomplish theirs is even, it brings it out even more. It brings out that transformation even more. And I guess the best way that I can put that is, imagine creating a win-win situation, the perfect win-win situation where you have something of value and service that you can give to another person to 10x their life. That's a great feeling of pride and accomplishment. So it goes back to that pride and accomplishment for me. It stays pretty consistent with the game that I play, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I want the world to be a better place for me being in it. I know the feelings of difficulty. I know the feelings of struggle. I know hardship. And I also know the feelings of life being great. I know the feelings of accomplishing a dream. I know the feelings of proving doubters wrong. And I know the feelings of when you prove those who always believed in you right. Those are all amazing, amazing feelings to have. And I want as many people to have those same feelings along their journey, along their path. I want them to step out of their own way, because really the only person who can stop you is you. That's really what it comes down to. When you start believing in yourself and not believing it in a way of, well, I know I can, but I'm not going to take the action, but believing it in a way of, I know I can. And since I know I can, I'm going to make this a reality. I'm going to figure out how to make this a reality. I'm going to push on the accelerator and create the dream that I want to create, because the dream that you create for yourself not only makes you feel amazing, but it gives others the opportunity to go create their dream too. That's the really cool piece of this whole puzzle. And as I've gone through my journey, I realized everybody's watching. Everybody's watching, cheering, booing, whatever it may be. And you get to see how you're going to show up and how consistently you show up. So I hope you take these simple exercise into consideration, because it's really simple to do, and it takes 5 minutes. Now, if you really want to go detailed and you really want to go deep, it can take an hour. It can actually take hours, depending on how deep you go with it. The deeper you go, the more likely the outcome's going to happen. The reason being is, as you go deep, you get specific. And when you get specific, you get focused. And with focus comes focused energy. And with focused energy comes result. That's just the way that it goes. So as deep as you get with, what is it that you want? What do you want? Why do you want it? Go as deep as you have to go. Why do you want it? List as many things as you can and get them as deep as you possibly can. Are you doing it for self-satisfaction? Are you doing it because people told you couldn't? Are you doing it to prove somebody right in something? Are you doing it for your family? Why are you doing this? And what feeling will you have when you actually accomplish it? What are you going to feel with that accomplishment? And I'll tell you this, the first dream, well, let me call it the first big dream. The first big dream is always the hardest one, because the second you accomplish that one, now you know it's possible. And once you know it's possible because you've accomplished it, there's many more to come after that process. Remember who you are, remember what you're capable of doing, and go run after your dream. And also, I challenge you all, if you have anything that you are purposefully trying to get right now, comment below. Talk to someone about it, because it's easy to think about it. But when we actually say it, then it becomes even more real. And then when we say it with conviction, then it's game time. So the more serious you take the exercises you do on your journey, the more serious life will give back to you. So I hope you all have an amazing day. And remember, there's greatness in you. Take care.